Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the MSL Jaedong versus Reality Game 2. You know, it's 3:30 a.m. right now. I've got one more final for the rest of the year, right at the end of my school year, but it's time for some StarCraft. Screw all that stuff. It's StarCraft time. Jaedong versus Reality. And you may have at the beginning of this video caught Reality wearing a mask. If you're not familiar with the fact that in Korea, that's kind of like a socially acceptable thing. That if you are sick but trying to maintain your everyday life, you wear a mask to try to not get everyone sick, and it's not weird. Pretty much, a lot of people do it. It's a relatively common thing, so don't be too concerned about that. There's actually an industry of like mask fashion. Like you can have like the mask look like a face too. Teehee kind of joke that doesn't really apply in America, but worldwide, it's an interesting kind of thing. And reality sending out an early SCV. Oh my God, we saw it. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm just making sure I'm going to upload these in the order where we saw this Lita do this game two go for a cheese, and now we're going to see Reality go for a cheese game two. I was about to laud him for his how much he's improved in this matchup. Oh, is the Overlord gonna? No, not even close. Obviously, Reality would have tested this before, and oh, that is a tricksy place for a barracks because there are two scouting paths across the map, and if you just right click on to your opponent's base, you will go directly past that Jaedong. No, so Jaedong's just gonna go directly past that, and the Overlord's gonna just barely skim by it. So Jaedong's gonna have no idea that this 8 racks is coming. But interestingly enough, it was only a single SCV that was sent out to make that barracks. But really interesting by Jaedong going for a drone scout because that's actually very atypical. Just in general, he's going for the 12 hatch, and usually you don't scout until you build your 12 hatch. You send out two drones. And then one builds the hatch and one scouts. And if there's an SCV there, the two of them team up to clear the spot for the hatchery. That's kind of the earliest standard scouting pattern. But Jaedong gets into the base, sees that there's nothing there, so he knows there must be something up, and instantly pulls drones. Very nice reaction by Jaedong. Very pinpoint, and he's going to prevent that SCV from building any sorts of bunkers. So the first Marine's out, but there's no bunker to protect him, and it's three drones are out with a fourth drone coming. So this is exactly what Jaedong needs. I was just about to say he probably needs a fourth drone, and before I could even say it, Jaedong already had it, and bringing out a fifth drone, probably going to bring out a sixth drone. Yeah, there it is. Jaedong ahead of me all the time, and is actually bringing out a couple more too. So he's going to chase. He's going to use a couple to chase the Marines away, and a couple to trap the Marine, dealing so much damage, dealing 35 damage before it can actually get away. So you've got one 5 HP drone, and or Marine I meant to say, but I said drone, and both Marines die. Very, very nice by Jaedong. So amazing in the defense. He completely crushed that by Reality. So Reality's in major trouble. But I was gonna say this before Reality started cheesing. Reality has gotten exponentially better every Terran versus Zerg I've seen him play. He started out freaking awful against Shine, and then he beat Shine, and then he did pretty poorly against Jaedong. And he's actually killing quite a number of drones with this. I thought Jaedong had defended it perfectly, but that he's lost quite a number of drones. I think five. No, since there's only two left, it has to be he's lost 6 drones. So this 8 racks may be just worth it, and there's a factory going up already in the main base of Reality, and Reality didn't really lose that much. He lost a couple of SCVs that he cut to get that barracks out there, but he's going to be able to float that home. And how worse off is he going to be? Maybe not that worse off. And look, drone's still offline fighting. Looks like a drone died there, just from the shape of the carcass. A drone died there, and a Marine died there. And is that Overlord going to go down? And two. Or one more drone going down. I thought it was going to be a second one. That Overlord escapes with his life, but there's a sunk colony out now, and we saw the Vulture being made by Reality, and there it is coming across the map. But I don't know if you saw the starport before. There it is now. So we are going to be seeing some Lita-esque. This is actually kind of funny because Lita and Reality did the same thing, but Reality actually has a transition of it. It's only a one proxy racks instead of a two proxy racks. And what is he transitioning into? Lita's bread and butter cheese, the Wraith build versus, well, in any matchup, but in this case versus Zerg. And is Jaedong going to be even remotely prepared for this? Jaedong's got the Sunken Colony to deal with this. Like, he thinks there's going to be a Vulture run by, and it actually is a Vulture run by. One Vulture is going to get straight into the main. Is it going to get surrounded by drones? No, it just barely slips through. But that's only going to have one. It's only going to have 3 drone hits and 1 sunken hit on it, so it's going to have to micro perfectly. But these are pro gamers we're talking about. And he floated the barracks in between the main and the natural. So actually bad by Reality. He kind of got himself cornered and only managed, or he didn't actually manage to take out any drones, but the barracks landed in between the main and the natural. And he actually produced a Marine, so he's going to see what he can get done with that. And also, the Lair's going down, but we see no Hydralisk Den whatsoever. And you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. I think you know what that means, but for those of you that aren't paying attention, they're like, oh, I'm just going to turn some StarCraft on in the background and go play Tetris or something. Look at your computer. Look at the StarCraft. Jaedong has no anti-air. He just lost his first Overlord, and now he's throwing down the Hydra Den. But there's going to be a pretty nice window. The Hydra's Den just went up, so it might have been going up beforehand, and we just didn't get a shot of it until just now. But Hydras are being morphed right now, and it's going to take a while for them to come out. So this is a really really nice window to deal a lot of damage, and it looks like Overlords are going to be the prey of choice because the Wraith air-to-air damage is just so much more than the ground-to-air damage. I meant obviously air to ground. So it looks like there's going to be Hydros, but this is going to make Jaedong really. It's going to make it really difficult for him to move out of his base, and Jaedong's actually done really well against these kinds of Wraith builds in the past, but Reality, this isn't just a Wraith build. He's also going to be going for a Vulture drop, and Vulture Mines in conjunction with Wraiths is actually a pretty effective combination. It's one of those things that you almost never see. And 4 Vultures into the main, and they have Mines. So if they can get a bunch of Hydralisks down with all of those Mines, and he's putting them in between the main and the natural, so he's going to start to assault the main, and Hydras might rally from the natural and to their deaths, and putting down some Mines as well. And the Spire's up now, so that's what Jaedong really needs. But Jaedong losing so many drones that Vulture harassment was actually pretty effective, and a Hydralisk going down as it tries to reinforce. This is so good by Reality. I can't believe what a good job he's doing in this game. Jaedong is defending, just barely defending at all points, but he just keeps losing drones. He lost another one. By the way, if you were curious, I think a Hydralisk takes 28 seconds to make. Oh, another Hydra getting taken out by Mines. Perfect. And he's even going to micro around and get an extra shot, but unfortunately not a killing blow. But with that, some mutas are going to be streaming into the main and natural of Reality. It is time to put some more pressure, and great play by Reality. He's actually repairing his damaged Wraiths for this Muta battle. There are Scourge, but Cloak is up, and Jaedong is completely screwed. He's got nothing to deal with this. He's just going to have to run all the way home. Those Mutas doing nothing, and all of them are going to get taken out. Or both of the ones that pressured are going to get taken out, along with the Scourge. Oh, this is so nice by Reality. Seriously, this is the 4th Terran versus Zerg I've seen him play, and he literally has gotten exponentially better in every single one. At this rate, he's going to win if he manages to win this game, which is actually looking pretty likely at this point, because he's got a huge worker advantage and is just controlling the map extremely well. If he wins this match, and then he wins the next match, he will be the best Terran versus Zerg in the history of the world if he continues to improve at this rate. It's just like, it goes off the charts after this. I'm making hand motions you can't see, but seriously, exponentially better. Like, that is not an exaggeration. Watch his first game versus Shine, watch his second game versus Shine, watch his first game versus Jaedong, and then watch this, and he gets so much better in every single game, and I'm so impressed. And seeing how quickly Reality gets better at this game, Reality is definitely going to be here to stay, and more Vultures going into the main. It's completely undefended. There's no Hydralisk. Oh my god, 3 drones already going down, and more drones evacuating. 4 drones down. 5. I can count. Did you know that? 6, 7 drones gonna die. And so very, very effective harassment, and that is gonna get scourged. Jaedong does scourge the shuttle, so that's pretty nice. The what's it called? The Terran shuttle, the draft ship. Yeah, there we go. So Jaedong, if just finally taking his third, this game has gone so not according to plan for Jaedong, and he's trying to do harassment, but he hasn't been able to have pretty much any counterplay in this game. Went in for some there, but there were 3 turrets, and he didn't even have that many Mutalisks. That is not the standard clump of 9 that you would see, like a couple of minutes ago in a standard game. So more barracks going down, and Reality's got that factory with a machine shop, and he's still got that starport with the control tower, which is making Vulture still. And a Valkyrie, he's made a Valkyrie to deal with all the Mutalisks in the air. Oh my god, this, like, about 2 years ago, this would be a lot crazier than it is, but still very rare that we've seen Valkyries, and no one quite transitions it into it in exactly the way that Reality did in this game. He's actually got, Jaedong didn't have enough mutas apparently to one-shot the SCVs, so Reality doing a really good job of keeping his units alive. He repaired his wraiths earlier in the game, and he sent medics to heal his SCVs just now. So Reality playing like a mad pimp baller. Compliment, adjective. This is amazing. Some mine clearing going off for Jaedong. Finally getting the mines in his base, but I actually think there are still 2 mines right outside of his natural expansion. So still hasn't taken care of that. And with a Valkyrie, some cloaked wraiths, and a very powerful medic marine push with a tank to support, this is going to crush over everything that we've seen Jaedong have for now. The Valkyrie, if he can micro it correctly and not get it picked off immediately, if he can get a bunch of volleys with it, will take out those mutas handily. Here comes the Valkyrie. It is a little bit vulnerable, but getting off a bunch of shots. But it does get scourged. That is great for Jaedong, because if that Valkyrie started to rack up some kills, Jaedong would be out of this game. Literally, he would be forced to GG. But Cloaked Wraith still doing a really good job. There's only 1 Overlord there. If he can just pick off the Overlord, he only needs a couple more volleys on it. If he can just focus down the Overlord, he gets the Overlord. And Valkyrie's a second Valkyrie actually coming in and doing a lot of shots on those mutas. Those mutas need to, they're kind of trapped between a rock and a hard place, because they can't declump, or they can't deal with the Marines, and if they're clumped up, they get destroyed by the Valkyrie. Valkyrie getting another rally off, and Medic Marines just pushing forward and killing all of the Hydras, and the Valkyrie starting to rack up the kills. It just killed like 4 or 5 Mutalisks in that last rally. It looks like there's only 3 Mutalisks remaining, and Hydra's going down. The third base is going to go down. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. It's already dead. Reality winning so quickly, I can't even keep up with it. So now Jaedong's got the 4th at the bottom left, and just his main and natural, and jeez, Reality played so well in this game, and I think he's just going to be able to take it. That tank, he might not even have siege mode. Yeah, Jaedong just GG's. What a game by Reality. And say what you will about Reality, that he's a fluke, that he lucked his way into the MSL, but that is a game that Reality will never forget. He just beat Jaedong in the MSL round of 16, and he's going to force a game 3. Just 1 victory versus Jaedong would be the crowning achievement of my life, but Reality gets another chance to do it. And if he keeps going at the rate of improvement in Terran versus Zerg, I say this a bunch, this is like the 5th time I've said it, but he is going to be the best Terran versus Zerg player to ever play this game. Oh my god, that was truly good play. Such a weird game, but very good. So I can't wait to cast the next game. It's almost 4 a.m. Who cares? Let's watch some more StarCraft.